value most about being a partner at Starbucks is the connection it gives me with the community here in the city of Boston. I grew up in Boston. I lived here my whole life. It's not easy to really talk to somebody down the street, because they're a stranger. When they come into Starbucks, I know who they are. I know what their order is. I know what's going on in their lives. It gives me a chance to really connect with the customer, and that's something I really value.
As I've had an opportunity to be a leader here for Starbucks in the city of Boston, it's very humbling. The people of Boston are so passionate about a lot of things. They love their coffee, they love their sports, high energy, such a great place to live and a great place to work.
One of the most enjoyable parts to me about working in a Boston Starbucks is kind of seeing the same faces that I'm used to. A lot of customers from my first store I see now, and even after 10 years, it's really great and refreshing to see the same faces no matter where I am in the city, whether it's someone I went to school with or a customer from my first day.
Same thing with Starbucks. We create opportunities for people here. Like, we get to introduce people, my stores, we introduce people to the city, like there's so many hotels around and people are coming in and they're welcome to Boston, and we get to represent this great brand in this great city.
So my history is that I actually worked for the Coffee Connection. And when we heard that Starbucks was coming to town, we lost it. We were so terrified that we planned and prepared for this incredible company to come in and be our competition. I worked at 350 Newbury at the time, and I will never forget sitting down in my back office for an afternoon conference call after all of these weeks and months of preparing and getting ready for this big, amazing coffee company to come into town, and I got on the phone and the owner of Coffee Connection announced that Starbucks had just bought our company. I'm so proud to have been part of the team that brought this company to Boston, and just as proud to have taken everything that I learned and love about this company and moved to Maine and opened an entire market there. That's how much I believe in it and how much it will always be part of my life.
But as partners, we've made our own set of history in this Boston market. Obviously, first with acquiring Coffee Connections in 1994, and then only a few years ago, we were the first of the markets in the country to debut Clover, and only last year we debuted with our new store role structure, which really elevated the leadership of our store managers and introduced a new shift manager position.
Shift managers all across this market are really getting to capture what it is about them that's enabling them to lead or enabling them to fulfill a different type of capacity in this company. That role really tapped into skill sets that hadn't been tapped into as shift supervisors, tapped into what is going to make them managers in this company. And that's what happened for me.
So my leadership role has changed, where I feel like I'm not only responsible now for my store and my team in the store. I actually feel like I'm responsible for a brand, and a very successful brand. And if there's anything that screams success about a brand coming to a market, I think it's Starbucks being in the Boston market.
I'm really, really proud of how our partners have really shown their resiliency and their pride in their community. And I think most importantly, we saw that during the Boston Marathon last year. And I couldn't be more proud of how we all came together to support both the community and each other.
The thing about the marathon was just getting to see how in this market we are so supportive of each other, not just within our districts, but abroad, as the entire market. I mean, I was able to work with partners from all over the place because we just went out to help a store that had weathered the storm, so to speak. It was amazing to see that type of support structure in a company, that so many people were willing to go there with their hands.
I have the honor to manage the very first Starbucks in the city, Boston Common, on the corner of Beacon and Charles. And we opened April 15th, 1994. And now it's incumbent on me to give all the customers who walk through my door that same experience that I was given that made me fall in love with this company and love being a partner in this market.
I think about how honored and privileged I am to be a small part of the history here in Boston. It's hard to believe Starbucks has been here for 20 years at this point. Here's to many more. Thank you, partners.